Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we talk about what's outraging the internet. And then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner too in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago, I'm Officer Grant.
We're both here. We're having fun.
It's 2019.
Goddamn. Off to a great start. Let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week, Garrett Hunter. Thank you, Garrett. We sure do love you. And we have a returning guest, I think.
Yes.
I don't know.
I am a returning guest.
He has been on previous episodes.
But what the hell are we calling him? Mark or Jake?
Jacobson.
Jacobson. Okay. So you've been on before. You went by a different name. And
yes, so the first time I came on was after the initial Naruto run around Trump Tower, which we'll be getting into later.
Oh yeah.
But at that time, I was running for a reputable news site called Go
on.
The American Tribune under the name Mark Whitney. I was going under that name for my previous podcast appearances.
Yeah, so search that one out. But yeah, we got freaking Jake Jacobson. Jingleheimer Schmidt, how are you, man? How the hell are you?
I am good. I have been on a social media detox for the past about week and a half so far.
Oh, that's it? I thought you were like a nomad. It had been several months.
No. It was like in between the time when I came to you guys with the Naruto run idea.
Yes.
And the time that the event was made, I deleted social media during that time period.
Oh, okay. All right. Any reason? Besides the obvious, it's toxic.
Yeah. You need to detox because it is toxic.
I'm not planning on like staying away from it like indefinitely. I just like want to stay away from it for a period of time just so that I can then go back and be like, oh, I don't want to keep using it this way. Like I feel like when I go back to it, I'm probably going to be more of like solely content creation instead of like scrolling through and like all that shit.
Liking your friends' status updates.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that.
Liking your friends' picture uploads.
There's so much time.
Fuck you, friends.
Thank you for supporting the show. There's been times where I'll be sitting like laying in bed scrolling through Twitter,
watching fight videos. I'm sorry, fight porn.
Different topic. I'll be scrolling through Twitter feeling like I'm doing something, just like wasting time, and then I'm like, oh yeah, but this is how I get content for Thought Cops. So I feel like I'm being productive.
I'm being productive.
God.
Yeah.
So you also run a page on social media.
I run several pages. One large
Whoa! Who's driving the bus now? You're gone. What's up?
Yeah, I created a fair amount of pages until one hit. So I got it's called "This is an Interesting Political Compass."
Yep.
And
I
actually made it. I wasn't actually intending to use it as a page. There was like some tag page or tag group that like people would always tag. And I kept on seeing political compasses, and I was like, I wish there was a tag group that was easier to remember than the one that I can't remember right now. It was like, this has 4 quadrants and looks like a political. Nobody remembers it. So I made my own tag page, and then people start tagging that and liking the posts. So I was like, all right, I guess I run a meme page now.
Nice.
And yeah, it's like, it got over like, it has over 20,000 likes. I haven't really been posting much shit recently just because I'm lazy. But people like send me shit all the time. And
the political compasses they're all so bad. They're the worst content creation of all time. So like, and any ability to parody or spoof them, I always appreciate.
And for anybody who's not familiar with the standardized political compass, could you explain?
Complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Outside of
complete bullshit, first of all, it means absolutely nothing really. But it's really good as a meme format.
Yeah.
Because you can take a because there's so many memes that are like 4-quadrant format. So you just find the ones that happen to be political compass, or even you find one that it just has 4 things that coordinates the political compass.
Yeah.
And then this is what I actually do most of the time. Then you go in and you move the things around so they fit onto the compass. Yeah,
like Loss is a good example of that. The Lost comic.
My favorite ones are when I can get a loss and political compass meme all in one. And I've done that a couple times. I'm really proud of those ones.
So you came to us with an idea.
Yeah. So the idea, as has already talked about a couple times. So the idea is a couple of years ago, there was a Naruto run around Trump Tower, Chicago, that I created the event through the American Tribune page.
Yes.
And then it was like something like 50,000 people responded going to it. And then
not quite that many showed up, but it was still a good turnout.
Yeah, I'd estimate like 200 people showed up, maybe like 50 cops. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I came up with the idea of on November 3rd of this year at 4:20 p.m. in wherever you are, that there's a Trump Tower. Go to the Trump Tower and then Naruto run around it. Mm-hmm. And,
which makes sense because 1, there's a ton of Trump Towers, and 2, it's already been successful, as you've just said, and 3, there was that Area 51 bullshit that wasn't even a thing. It was just like a concert out in the desert. Oh, nobody's done that before. They didn't even storm Area 51.
Yeah,
only one guy Naruto ran.
Sad.
Yeah, absolutely disappointing. So we need to make up for that.
I agree.
And this is causing social change, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Donald Trump is #NotMyHokage.
I know I said this before, but check out the video that we made. Check out our YouTube channel, Thought Cops. Search for the Naruto Run video that we did.
Yeah.
For a little bit of a taste. And we're trying to get bigger and better this time around. So,
so basically, if you're listening to this, invite all of your Facebook friends.
Every single one. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They might call you a libtard, but just ignore them, block them, do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
And just, go ahead with it. Because it's an obvious joke. If you don't get the joke, I don't know what to tell you.
What are you talking about?
Tell them it's a joke.
It's serious.
Tell them it's a joke. Yeah, it's serious.
No, Naruto Run, November 3rd. Be there.
Every Trump Tower.
Tower.
We're also going to make smaller individualized pages, I think, for all of them.
So closer to the event, we're going to make one for, I think there's like, I don't know, 10, 12 different Trump Towers that we're doing.
So there's more than that.
Well, some of them.
Not that many.
Yeah, there's a list on Wikipedia.
There's like one in Vegas. There's one in New York. There's one in Chicago.
There's actually like 3 in New York.
There's 3 in New York. There's one in Vegas. One in Chicago.
It's one of the Philippines.
One in the
our Filipino listeners, check it out.
2 in India.
Going to be 1 in Greenland soon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Naruto run around every Trump Tower, I got a beef before potatoes this week.
Oh.
It's very late. I'm very tired. Yeah. That was enough to send me over the edge. Beef before potatoes. So we invited a bunch of people. We got a lot of people that say that they're going to show up to this Naruto run around every Trump Tower event. But, progress has sort of slowed down. And so I figured I'm making a little more money now. I can take some of that money. I can sort of throw it towards the event. So
Patreon.com/thoughtcops.
I purchased an ad on Facebook to be like, hey, let's promote this thing. Let's get a couple thousand people seeing this. Hopefully that causes a snowball effect. And they're like, you can't promote this event. It's political.
Did you mention it was for a good cause?
I mentioned that it was a parody and that whatever, but they responded back saying it's political. You need a 2-step authentication process and we need to see a photo ID.
What?
Yeah, I need a photo ID to protest the worst Hokage and all of the Korguru village.
So did you give him your social security card or what?
I haven't done it yet. I'm afraid. They probably already have it, you know?
Yeah, it's like, yo, you already got it. Just tell everybody to go.
Check my fucking phone that sits in my pocket right next to my license with the camera that you can choose to turn on and off at any time. It's probably in there somewhere.
Sad, really.
Speaking of sad, why don't we move on to a 2 minutes of hate?
Oh, right. 2 minutes of hate. That's a very famous segment of the show where we do tend to punish a lot of those ne'er-do-wells on social media.
How often do they do well? Ne'er.
That's not just me with a speech impediment. Some people do say it that way, like pirates.
It's a word. It's in the dictionary.
So Jake or Mark, whatever the hell we're calling you now, I know you're in a little bit of a social media cleanse.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you take a moment to think of something that's bothering you, or maybe even think of the reason why you left social media. But before you get to that, I'll begin.
Take a good amount of time. Think back all the way, if your memory stretches back so far, take some time, go all the way back 1 week ago.
1 week ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got something. It's not a social media thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
No,
going to
go
take
for
on
it,
a
man.
big dog, though. All right, we're taking on science here.
All right.
Okay.
I hate science.
Follow-
I fucking hate science.
All right,
I fucking
follow
love
me here.
science, so
science,
fuck you.
Science based off the scientific method, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the scientific method is that you form a hypothesis,
Right.
You make an experiment, do
With
the
you so
experiment,
far?
and evaluate the results, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that the scientific method itself is a hypothesis.
Yeah.
And basically all of science since then has been testing the hypothesis that you can answer all the questions that we have with science.
Yeah.
And where we are with science is that basically quantum physics tells us that you can't physically measure everything. Therefore, you can't physically test everything.
Yeah.
And science hasn't really accepted this fact and keeps on pretending like it can answer all of our questions. But the thing is, fucking can't.
No,
Yeah,
I'm 1,000% with you.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, so I'm sentencing science to an ayahuasca retreat in the Peruvian mountains.
No, I'm 100% with you. I like a couple weeks ago, I talked about evolutionary psychology and how people are just like, well, because if you think about it, 10,000 years ago, we were roaming around doing this. And it's like, you don't know what the fuck we were doing. There were a bunch of different civilizations. And like, one example I always think of is I was a communications major in college, and I took mostly academic. Yeah, hit me up, ladies. At Grant Mooney on Twitter. One of my I took mostly like academic level classes as opposed to like the practical application of taking like a TV class or whatever. And I took one class on like race relations within like a communications framework. And our teacher said something along the lines of like, in the humanities, any scientific study, if it's 30% correct, it's good. And it's like, that's less than a coin flip.
Jesus.
It's and even within like mathematics and some of the stuff you're talking about is like, yeah, you can measure certain things within certain frameworks, but like even that is like, you have to be like 98, 99% correct. And even that like leads for a little bit of error, Another
thing that you just kind of going off what you mentioned about how we don't know shit about what we were doing like thousands of years ago.
What the bleep do we know? Thank you.
There could have been a civilization as advanced or more advanced than us. Like, let's say like more than
bullshit.
They probably wouldn't have voted for Donald Trump, I'll tell you that.
10,000 years ago. So like 50,000, 100,000 years ago, like some sort of civilization.
That's impossible.
And we would have no fucking idea about it as long as they didn't invent plastic. Like it would just all disintegrate by now. We'd have no way of finding it.
I always think of like the negative aspects of like industrialization and how as we continue to create more and more technology, how people's lives just got more and more miserable. Like oh, look, instead of like laying around and like making food out of the ground every once in a while, now we're like laboring to fucking create shit, and like the fucking you get rid of child deaths and stuff like that. But like people were living like a lot longer, and then it's like the age span starts dropping and everyone's killing themselves over depression because we're fucking working ourselves to death doing 9-to-5 jobs, making more money for the people that don't do anything.
You know, back in the day, used to be youths would be hunters and gatherers, and these days they're more interested in doing the Harlem Shake.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't contribute. That's why I don't contribute to my 401k. No way that's going to still be there when I can take that out.
Kevin always refusing to laugh into the microphone.
I can't laugh at my own comment. But I will snicker silently at it.
Oh, God. Kevin, what's your 2 minutes of hate?
I got a good one this time.
Prove it.
The other ones are crap.
Everything is culminated to this moment.
That's too much pressure. So I've been noticing people have been debating each other using opinions from dead people. Specifically clips of dead people talking. And I've seen the specific example that I'm thinking of, and I've seen this in the last week. Yeah. I've seen people from both sides of the political spectrum arguing with each other with clips of George Carlin. Like, well, look, George Carlin said the N-word. And then it's like another person posts a clip of George Carlin talking about how he shouldn't punch down in comedy. Yeah. And it's like, just leave the guy's corpse alone. Yeah. If he were alive, I don't think he'd like this very much. I don't think George Carlin would like to have any part of this discord, and that's discourse.
George Carlin, I think, would join our Discord.
Yeah,
thank you for saying what I was going to say.
Leaving the server.
Wait, hold on.
Leroy Jenkins. George Carlin has joined the Discord server.
Hey, listen. George Carlin is...
I like to believe if George Carlin were alive today, he'd be a gamer.
Well, I know towards the end of his life, George Carlin was very jaded by just like humanity and like from some of the interviews he would do, because I would listen to a lot of them, and I'd, YouTube, back when I had a lot of free time, I'd YouTube a lot of his stand-up and a lot of his fucking interviews and stuff.
In the good old days.
And he would just be like, yeah, I don't vote because, like, fuck it. Like, what the fuck's it gonna do? Like, his whole mentality towards everything was just like, yeah, nothing's gonna change. Everything's fucked. We're all fucked. We're all gonna die.
Perhaps he should have lent his voice to an episode of Rick and Morty.
Oh, man. I think that Rick guy is based on George Carlin. Maybe we should go to him for political advice about comedy.
Rick for prez.
He's not real.
Shit.
Anyway, continue.
I think that, I don't know, like I said, just leave the guy's corpse alone. Keep him out of it. Get his name out your damn mouth. And my punishment for you is, when you die, people are going to use all the stupid shit that you said in your life and debate shit in the future that's dumb, like the furry liberation movement and stuff like that. So,
and you know what? Even better, you're going to be a hologram.
Yeah. Your dumb hologram is going to be tweeting your pee and poo tweets from Twitter in 2016. And they're going to be like, see, look what he said back in 2016. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, well, in 2015, he said this, which dictates that what you said is wrong.
And then in 2014, he said the N-word, so...
And this all, of course, is if the sun doesn't swallow all of us, so... Let's hope that happens.
All the better, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Grant, what's your 2 minutes of hate?
Yeah, this is an article I think everyone saw. It went viral. An article that we never talked about on the show. I wanted to talk about it.
Now's your chance.
Now was my chance. This offended me in my sensibilities. This is an article by the New York Post. It says, broke men are hurting American women's marriage prospects.
Again, patreon.com/thoughtcops.
As a broke man, this offends me greatly.
Yeah.
And this is one of those ones where I had to really read it, because with this type of stuff, you never know Like, I don't know what any of these fucking newspapers are doing anymore. I don't know if they're liberal or neoliberal or left or right or what. Like, I don't know what the point is. They'll be like, oh, well, you know, this Trump guy, we need to get rid of him. But this Bernie guy, oh, he's going to destroy our newspaper if he raises our taxes. So we can't have that. So we'll just have some fucking, you know, white bread looking piece of shit motherfucker that doesn't do literally anything.
Makes me sick.
So I don't know. I look at this article and I'm like, well, is this like a class argument or something? Is this supposed to be some sort of satirical essay on like, hey, everyone's doing bad, so marriage is doing bad? But
hey, I'll tell you what I think. I think it's a headache.
What?
I think
the whole thing, or
the whole thing. It's a headache.
Yeah, so I was reading through it. I'm sure you've seen it. Broke men are hurting American women's marriage prospects, and it just it blames men. They're like, yeah, you can't. Men can't afford to take women out on dates anymore, and women are making more money than men, and it's just like, from a class standpoint, that's like, oh well, it seems like everyone's not doing well.
Also, are these like the same people who are protesting like stereotypical gender norms?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden being like,
yeah, exactly.
This is dumb.
Yeah, this is awful.
On the other end, I think something that's really dumb is the people who get upset about declining birth rates.
Yeah.
Like, why do you care if other people are having less kids? Like,
I don't know.
That makes no sense to me. Why do you want more people?
I'll give you a reason why. It's called white genocide. I wish I was joking. That's literally.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that is why.
And I mean, I don't think you have to be, one of these internet cuckoo whack jobs to think that. But like, I'll hear older people just be like, they're going to replace us. I'm like, who is they? What the fuck?
They're just scared that death is coming soon. Just don't. Can you blame them? They're scared.
Yeah. Women. They found that a woman's made-up hubby makes 58% more money than the current lineup of eligible bachelors.
So this is like they asked women what their like ideal husband would make, and found that it's greater than the average person makes.
Yes.
Shocking.
God. The study reveals large deficits in the supply of potential male spouses. The study also reveals large deficits in the supply of potential male spouses' penis sizes. Oh yeah, 11 inches. Nope. Sorry, ladies. It's not the average.
I wonder if that was in the study too.
Oh, here. Some ladies are even starting to date down in order. Like, I can't decipher if this is satire or not. Like, I thought it was at first, and the more I read it, I'm like, I don't know.
What website is it?
It has
New York Post, which makes me think that it's not, but I don't know.
Yeah, it links to the study there.
Yeah, I did click that study when I first saw it, and it is an actual. No, this is a link to another, but they link to, where's the study here? Yeah, published Wednesday in the Journal of Family and Marriage, and you click this, and this is a legitimate study.
I didn't get that issue.
By the Wiley Online Library.
Who the fuck is reading that journal?
Who reads any scientific journals? To go back to your problem. So yeah, this is terrible. As a broke man who's like, oh, I'm single, I'm broke, maybe I should look to get into the dating pool. And then I check my bank account and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll wait to get a raise to start,
Well, or
cohabitating with other people like a normal person.
Or get a sugar mama.
Yeah, I wish. I think that's every man's goal. I know it's Kevin's.
Patreon.com/thoughtcops.
Yeah. Yeah, that leads to a good punishment for these people that wrote this. Donate to our Patreon.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Help me, help both of us get laid. Patreon.com/thoughtcops. We can't afford it.
Isn't that right, Jake?
No.
Thank you for having our backs, man. See, he says it doesn't matter, but you should still consider donating. We're back in here, folks. But let's move right along to our top stories of the week. So if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and very often quite unusual punishment. Let's get right into it.
You guys like holidays?
Sure.
I fucking hate them.
It's kind of a weird question to ask. But
What about Halloween? That's a holiday. That's coming up soon. What are you guys' costumes?
I'm actually gonna shave my beard, and that's gonna be my costume.
What about you, Kevin?
I haven't given it a single thought.
Well, I wanted to dress up as something, but
Okay.
guess what? Halloween is canceled.
You're kidding me.
Wait, so there's
happened?
only 30 days in October this year?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What the hell happened?
Neil deGrasse Tyson said we needed to take a leap decade, so he's cutting off.
Please tell me that's not what the story says.
October. No, it's it. Look. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't say that.
You scared the crap out of me.
Evanston Elementary School cancels Halloween due to equity, and some parents are not happy about it. Quote, "This is completely wrong." This is on the Chicago Tribune, so this is close to us. This is up in Evanston. They canceled Halloween. People are upset.
I'm upset.
That's it.
Yeah. Damn. They canceled it.
So what? No candy? No tricks? No treats?
None of it.
So
What if this is the trick?
this
No, everybody always says trick or treat, but nobody guesses what the trick is.
you have to see the Joker to find out.
Yeah.
So equity?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Like,
What the hell,
in
man?
this context, because here it says parents at Lincoln feel frustrated about the school's decision to cease Halloween celebrations for a few reasons, including being left out of the decision making, a lack of clarity on why the decision was made, and how the school is planning to move forward. So they just cancel Halloween, and they're like, we don't know why.
So, like, let's say you show up to school and you're wearing a costume. What are they going to do? Are they going to, like, send you home or, like, make you take your clothes off? What's going to happen?
No, these are children. This is an elementary school.
They don't know what's going on, man. Sad.
That's what's like terrifying about being a child is if I was if I'm back in elementary school and the principal was like, you shouldn't have worn your costume today, take your clothes off. I would have been like, I guess I just have to do what you say. I'm a powerless child.
Yeah. If that's what's going on here, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Hey, that's not going to stop us, right, boys?
right.
From celebrating?
Yeah, joke's on them. My costume is going to be my birthday suit anyways.
I was just thinking that. They can't make you take off your clothes if you're not wearing clothes. So yeah, people are upset about this.
What are they doing to fix it?
Nothing.
Just being mad?
They just can't. Yeah. That's how every problem is
This
fixed.
article is really long.
It's very long.
People are really upset.
Much to say.
They say in here, in lieu of a Halloween party, the students will have a fall celebration on Friday. This is like the happy holidays.
I was going to say, yeah.
What? Like,
What's the point of it?
and what's wrong with Halloween? Like, it didn't invest enough in stocks. Like, it doesn't have enough equity. What?
So apparently this is happening in a couple different places. I didn't read the article until now, but this is very fascinating. It's happening in St. Charles also. St. Charles Community Unit School District 303 has lessened Halloween celebrations in recent years due to a variety of reasons, including an awareness of students with severe food allergies and differences in cultural beliefs. Which is just like, it's not a religious holiday. It's just like it comes from the fucking pagans who are just like, hey, we might die this winter. Let's throw a feast or whatever.
Yeah, so is it like the like super Christian kids are making it them? They're like, this is like a satanic ritual. Like,
I would bet so.
yeah.
Because one of the people being interviewed at the top of the article was like, yeah, we're Muslim and we're from a different country. And this was like the one holiday we could celebrate to sort of, integrate into society better. And then they're like, oh, I can't celebrate that anymore. Integrate, bitch. Elgin also. Some elementary school kids do not plan special events around Halloween, since some students don't mark the day. You know what? I got a punishment for this. Just all of these holidays, just give all the kids days off of school. Just don't come in.
That seems fair.
Cancel the school.
Going on strike.
Cancel schools. Did you guys learn anything in school?
No.
I learned how... No.
Me neither. I guess that settles it. That's 3 out of 3. That's 100%.
I learned how to Google the answers to my homework.
Yeah. Back in elementary school. Before Google existed.
Yeah. I actually remember in like I think it was like 3rd grade when Google started really being a thing.
It was like 1997, right? When it got invented.
Yeah, it was right before that, but I remember like the IPO. I told my parents to invest in it, and they fucking didn't.
God damn it.
A smart kid.
Speaking of smart kids, Hillary Clinton was on The View the other day.
You don't say.
Yeah. Speaking of Googling your homework, I gotta Google this real quick. I haven't read this.
Yeah, this one sounds interesting.
Yeah, she was on The View. The context is she was on The View, and there's no fucking context. Let me see if I can find a video of her saying this.
Yeah, can we play the clip?
Yeah. Jamie, pull up the clip, please.
She deleted it from the servers.
But her emails.
Buttery mails. Sounds
yum,
delicious. Let me see if there's a video on this. Oh, it all links to the Washington Examiner.
Nobody was recording the View on their VCR that day, so there's no recording of it.
Great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I couldn't find jack shit this week. That's why we're talking about Hillary Clinton. So the context is she was on The View, and they were talking about like family life and whatever. And she said, for some people that I've known, the right thing was to take your kids and go, clean out your bank accounts, don't look back. For other people, get into a negotiation and figure out whether you want to stay. Clinton said when asked on ABC's The View about her saying in a recent interview that her gutsiest decision was to stay married to Bill. In my case, after really hard thinking about it, counseling, praying, all the things I did and that we went through, I decided it was the right decision for me, but that doesn't mean it was an easy decision, blah, blah, blah. Clinton, 71, then continued by comparing her hard decision to parents deciding how to act when their kids tell them they are transgender.
Yeah, I'm very, is she saying, that her decision to, it's similar to parents deciding whether or not they kick out their kid? What is she comparing it to here?
This is an interesting political compass.
I grabbed my husband and we picked up and we left the kid by itself. Sometimes when your child has an issue, I had a friend a few years ago who called up and said, I don't know who to talk to about this, but my little girl wants to be a boy. What do I do?
So she's clearly being transphobic here. It's pretty clear.
She's a 70-year-old grandmother.
Yeah.
I don't expect her not to be transphobic and racist in any of this shit.
Yeah.
But she carries that hot sauce around with her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She's my abuela.
She did hit me over the head with her chancla the other day. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know what people expected.
Y'all want to talk about Trump?
That stinky poo-poo head in the White House.
Dude, fucking the Joker movie's coming out soon. I've already watched it. That's been our life the past 4 years.
Oh, God.
Like in this clown walking around in makeup and a weird wig. Telling jokes.
Yeah, honestly, the reason I stopped, the American Tribune stopped, was just because reality was beating us at satire.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah, when the news, you just can't tell a difference. Why put more out there when it's all satire?
It's like my New York Post story. It's all
exactly.
I can't tell. I have no idea.
Sometimes I watch cartoons and I'm like, is that real?
One time I was watching...
What's happening in Quahog?
I was watching Portlandia
really
one time. I thought it was a cartoon. That was interesting.
Did we punish this already?
I don't remember.
Your punishment is...
Hillary Clinton has to get the transgender surgery. No, that's too easy.
Bill Clinton has to. There's that painting of him on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
What the hell was happening on that island? I couldn't tell you.
Bill is now Billary.
And done.
They have to do the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance. That's my anime reference for the day.
I have a confession.
Okay.
I've never actually watched a full episode of Naruto.
I forgive you. I don't.
But I did just start watching Avatar last night. That's some good shit.
Avatar is okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Arguably not anime, according to nerds out there, but I'll count it. I don't care.
I don't care either.
I'll keep my fucking mouth shut.
Ding.
Them springs.
Oh, I got a good one. So day before the Area 51 run, the Navy confirmed that a video that I think it was like one of the Blink 182 guys posted was a legitimate UFO video.
Is that video available? Can we pull that up?
Oh, I've seen this video.
It's rotating.
Love this synth wave that's playing in the background. This is pretty fucking dope.
It's actually coming from the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aliens actually made this for the video.
The aliens are from the 80s.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My God.
Fleet of them.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. The whole thing, dude.
They do say, I mean, I've seen,
Oh,
and I've
God.
read, and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Do you think you know if there were evidence of extraterrestrial?
Well, I think our great pilots would know. And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see.
There was one part where it's like, oh, how fast it's going or some shit. They have this lock on it, and they're like, "There's no way that it could be going this fast." And that's it.
Yeah,
I saw different parts of like different clips of different videos where they were talking about it. This is the CNN fucking version of the video, so I guess fuck CNN.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that like they've been like previously like the government's always just been like denying, but like recently they've been like, yeah, I mean, there's stuff that we're seeing too. It's kind of interesting that it's like turned around.
I do wonder if it's just certain parts of the government that are like, oh, well, you know, the Air Force is making this, you know, fucking super stealth fucking plane, and then, you know, the Army's like, what's that in the sky? And they have no idea.
I mean,
that's my very dumb-headed fucking view on it.
But like, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of them. The aliens are here.
Anything to add to these aliens?
I'm scared.
Great.
You should be.
So what's the punishment here, Grant?
Fucking shoot him in the dick. I don't want them coming down and
show them who's boss.
Having sex with our women. Those are our women.
I hear they're rich.
Is that a Neighborhood Watch reference?
Is it? What do you mean Neighborhood Watch?
I was just talking about this movie. It's a movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's based off of the suburb that I grew up in. So it's set in Glenview, Ohio. I grew up in Glenview, Illinois, and it has like
how the fuck is that the same?
Well, because the like high school is the same, and like
it's two different states.
The like director, like
I'm confused.
They just changed the state of it.
Why would they do that?
So that it wasn't literally based off of Glenview, Illinois.
That's stupid.
Mean Girls was based off of what?
It was off of like like Nutrient.
Oh yeah, well they cancel Halloween there too. God damn it.
Yeah, but anyway, spoiler alert. The way you kill the aliens is you shoot them in the dick.
Awesome. Thank God.
Well, that movie's ruined for me.
I guess we don't have to do any research for it. We already know now.
Still a good movie. My the reason I was talking about it is because my mom brought it up because I brought my entire family there.
Yeah.
And because I was like, hey, this movie is based in Glenview. Let's go see it.
What a terrible thing to have to witness with your entire family.
Honestly, one of the greatest experiences in my life.
Jesus
hilarious.
Christ, dude.
She brought it up though the other day, and it was like, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. I was like, I'm gonna watch it again now.
Sorry, Mom.
Dude, if my parents saw a video like that, they'd be so fucking like they would walk out. That's how upset they'd be. I'm not watching this.
They sat through the whole thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
My grandparents were there too.
Oh my God. Yeah, so Blink 182 guy vindicated. Anybody see his Joe Rogan interview?
You know that song, All the Small Things?
Yeah.
He's referring to the dick of the alien that he shot.
I gotta ask, are you joking? Because I don't know. I don't know if that's...
Wait, is that not them?
I don't know. I don't remember.
The fuck are you talking about, dude? Of
No,
course.
I mean, is that... Because didn't he try to put alien things into his songs?
I
Is
thought
that
that
Jimmy Eat World?
I don't know.
I think that's Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World. Oh, God. Keep Jimmy out. I don't want to get eaten.
All right. Let's move on to Key to the City.
Please.
Kevin, what's your key to the city this week?
You go first.
Kevin, what are you looking at your phone for?
I got an important
All right, I
business email.
I got a key to the city this week. This week, my key to the city goes to Sporty the dog. I was out running, and I ran into local Chicago Instagram celebrity, Sporty the dog. I got to pet him. It's this golden retriever that walks around, carries his leash around in his mouth, and he walks himself.
So
local Chicago hero.
Did you
/ legend?
Is he coming on the show or
No, he's booked.
you blew it?
Yeah. So key to the city, Sporty the dog. Go look up his Instagram page. It's great. Jake, do you have a key to the city?
Key to the city.
Any good thing online that you saw that made you go, one of those a positive thing to end the show with.
I'll think about it. Come back to me on that in a second.
My key to the city this week goes to something that has no right being as funny as it is still.
Oh, yeah?
The Virgin and the Chad meme. It's still funny. I still get a kick out of it. God damn it. Maybe I should do a different one. Hold on.
No, I like this one. I feel like it's still good.
All right. I'm giving my key to say it's the Avatar.
The TV show? The Last Airbender or the Blue Guys?
The TV show.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Even though he abandoned his people in their time of need.
I'm only on episode 4.
Never mind. My bad.
So this week's Thought Cops word of the week, let's talk about some real anime here, is Naruto Run. Now this, of course,
tell me what this is.
This, of course, is if you're not familiar with the series Naruto or Boruto,
or haven't listened to a bunch of the last episodes,
or
the technique of running that was developed by Usain Bolt.
Yeah. It's where you throw your arms behind you.
It makes you more aerodynamic.
You can dodge kunai and bullets a little bit better if you got the Naruto Run. You just run real fast, and you got your arms behind you.
If the cops ever come and get you, just throw those arms back. No way they'll get you.
Except for the one guy that got arrested at the Naruto Run.
Let's make sure that doesn't happen again.
Hashtag free Anthony.
I don't believe he's still in jail for that.
It's
amazing.
Unbelievable.
It's been 2 years. All he did was cross the street. Aggressively crossing the street while black. No, I'm kidding.
He was actually white.
He was white.
Yeah, he was very white.
It was a cop joke. Forget it. Forget I said anything. Zwick scrubbed the episode.
So before we get to our final segment of the show, this is normally where I'd say you can plug your stuff, but...
Oh, I actually have something to plug.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So, me and some friends are going to be starting up our own podcast called It Should Just Be the Truth. So, keep an eye out for that. I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll link to it.
Follow me on Twitter. I'll post about it when I'm back there.
Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah.
What's your Twitter?
K Jake. 2 O's and then K Jake.
Like O-O-K?
O-O-K-A-Y, Jake.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Jake.
All right, let's get on to some voicemails here. So if you'd like to leave your own voicemail, you can do so at 312-788-7361, or you can send us an audio file at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Hit it.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm in the middle of your most recent podcast,
Oh, thanks for listening.
and I heard Garrett talking about fake news image, and I just had this urge over me, like I had to correct somebody. I think there was the impression that it was somebody sitting in Photoshop, putting text boxes and doing it by hand. But in most internet browsers, like Google Chrome or Firefox, you can right-click any element on the page and hit Inspect Element.
Yeah.
And you can go and change the HTML inside the element. So, like, I click on the body paragraph, and I can just make it say whatever I want. Also, Garrett, I'm sorry, fuck. Grant,
There's two people on this show.
Grant,
Jesus, yes.
I noticed you've been browsing gore.
No, not gore.
before
Just
bed.
people
I've been doing
fighting.
the
I don't
exact
watch
same thing,
gore.
actually, for about a month, and
It's actually
the best
vor.
place to go for that is the 4chan gift board.
I will not do that.
4chan.org
Sorry.
/gif/ and
Already too long. I've
Control
lost
F
mine.
to search for rect. It's spelled R-E-K-T.
Oh, okay.
And once you
Yeah.
find a rect thread, you can see a lot of factory malfunctions in China
Yeah, cool.
or race-fueled street fights.
Yeah. Not a fan of any of that.
You can go ahead and check
Thanks.
that check that URL out. I hope everybody had a pen and pencil or a pen and paper out for that one. 4chan.org. I haven't been there myself, but I hear they have a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I never had a 4chan phase.
I did have a 4chan phase.
What was that like?
It was a dark time.
What drew you to 4chan? Like what?
I just heard that it was where things were happening.
Jeez.
Like a nightclub, but for like edgelord teenagers. Just
No, it's like Manifest Destiny. Like, we're going out to California. There's things happening out there. Now it's just like
just a bunch of teenagers saying the
Yeah.
N-word.
yeah. So gore. Grant, is that your next thing? You're
No,
in fight
I don't-
porn now.
no.
Gore. You're gonna be falling asleep.
No, because the things with fighting is it's not always like people aren't always fist fighting, and it's not like watching people die or anything. I don't want to watch people die. It's just like altercations, and you're like, yeah, sometimes you get like that little bit of an adrenaline pump when someone's an asshole and someone just punches them straight in the mouth. I'm
calling it right now. You're gonna get sick and tired of that vanilla shit.
No.
And you're going to move on to gore because fight porn isn't enough for you.
I do not like that. I do not like that shit.
You say that now.
I am very much against it.
So there's this girl in this Facebook group I admin, and now she's famous for finding like bugs in different like social media platforms. But before, she was famous for posting gore videos in our group.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
Yeah, but like tech bloggers like follow her now. It's pretty interesting. She like reverse engineer shit, and then like they'll like find when like Instagram's coming out with new features, some shit like that.
She get paid for that, or is it just like a weird hobby?
It's just a weird hobby. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jane Manchun Wong.
really? All right, we're not going to bleep that because I don't care. Next voicemail.
Yeah, I can't spell that anyway. So, okay, Nico Dana MP3 in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, thought poop. I don't know what the problem is.
It's hard to be offended by these anymore.
Twitter,
Yeah.
but it keeps every day. It keeps turning off night mode and goes back to day mode. I fucking hate day mode. They should never
Oh my
allow
God,
anything to have a day mode. Every app, every website should just be
We get it,
night
you're
mode
goth.
automatic. Why would I keep it like day mode ever? If I were to change it to night mode first thing in the morning, clearly I don't want it on day mode. I fucking hate day mode. It's terrible. It burns my eyes. I have horrible vision.
Do you have this problem with
phone and computer
Twitter
usage.
switching back and forth?
So, just let me have my dark mode, please.
After the voicemail.
Please, just let me have my dark mode.
So this is the same person that anytime I open up Twitter and my phone goes, ew, you're using day mode? I don't care about literally any of this.
So normally
it's pretty trivial.
Normally, I'm one of those people that always switches all my stuff to night mode.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of those cool cats that.
But for some reason, I like Twitter on day mode. I don't know why. I just like it.
Makes you happier.
Yeah, it makes my world brighter.
You merely adopted the darkness. You merely changed your Twitter phone, your Twitter app to night mode. Mine was born in night mode and never switches off of it.
Is that a Joker impression?
Yeah, that was the Joker from the hit 2012 movie Batman and the Joker.
Yeah. It's not funny. Some people got hurt.
Sorry.
Cut that, Zwick. Cut that joke. No, keep Grant's thinking, but cut my fucking...
Now I don't know what to think.
I thought it was funny.
I did too.
Zwick, cut that joke, but add in your own joke.
What did the
Speak up, we can't hear you.
sorry. Okay. Okay. What did
Get to the joke, you suck.
fuck, shit, I'm sorry. Okay. What did the dick say to the condom? Cover me, I'm going in. Oh, gee, okay, oh, fuck, I'm sorry, guys, I was just really put on the spot. I wasn't expecting to do this. I didn't have anything prepared. Oh, fuck. Guys, I'm really... I'm sorry.
Crying? What the hell?
Oh, God.
Oh, no, what have we done? All right, let's wrap this up. Hey, how about leaving us some iTunes reviews, you people?
Yeah.
Go to iTunes and review our show. Give us a 5-star review. We'll read it on an episode.
Make it worth your while.
Yeah.
By reading it on the show.
We'll mention your name and we'll read your message. So make it fun and funny. And we will do that.
Better be funny, or we'll make fun of you.
Or, yeah, we'll make fun of you, but I'll still read it. As long as it's 5 stars.
And again, you can support the show if you feel like it at patreon.com/thoughtcops. Leave a voicemail, 312-788-7361, or thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Jake, thanks for coming back on the show.
Of course, anytime.
And we'll see you.
We know you live a little further now, but, pop by anytime.
We'll see you in Anime Town.
That's the best town.